Welcome back. We are into our second part of going over every single realm release so far for Rolling Realms. Today we are going to be looking at the initial base set of 11. I have already looked at all of the realms in Rolling Realms Redux. I'll link that up above right now if you're more interested in those. Otherwise, stick around and we're going to be going in alphabetical order. Between two castles, fill squares from the bottom up. Each number must be lesser than the number directly below it. Gain resources when completing a column. Score 1 star per completed row. Each castle has 3 rows. So you have a couple of different options. You can always start down here with a 6. Your first play also can be here with any number, like say a 5. It does not have to be lower than this. So in essence, it very well could be 6, 6. Next ones up would have to be like a 4, then you had a 5, you have a 3, and so forth. Once you complete a column, you get the resources above. When you score the points, you'll be scoring a star for this row, 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 and for this row. That is how you get your 6 stars in between two castles. Between two cities, fill a square. Same numbers, can't be orthogonally adjacent. Gain resources when completing a row or column. Score stars equal to the lowest score of the other two realms. This score cannot be higher than the number of filled squares here. So if I start by filling in a 2 here, I cannot put a 2 there, there, or there. So I could put a 2 here, and then we can go a 4, a 5, we'll say a 3, we'll say 1, and then 6, 2, and 5. So once you fill a row or a column, you will get the denoted items there. To score the stars, you're going to look at how many stars you got in the other two realms you played with. Whichever one's lower, you're going to fill in here. However, it cannot be higher than the amount of squares you fill in up here. So as an example, if I only had those 3 filled in, 3 stars is the max that I'd be able to score for this realm. That is between two cities. Charterstone. Either use a number to mark a building and gain a resource, then note the other rolled die on the crate. That die remains available for another realm, or mark all crates matching the number. Score 1 per marked crate with a number noted in it. So if I was using this roll as an example, I could mark off my 2, and then I'd write a 3 down here. If you choose to mark off one of the buildings up here with a created number, the number you put down here in the crate is one of the 2 rolled numbers. You are not allowed to adjust those numbers when you put them in the crate. It needs to be as is and as rolled. So, say in a future turn, I mark a 5 and put a 3 here, and I mark a 3 and put a 2 here. Then I have this roll again, a 2 and a 3. I can instead go, you know what, I'm going to mark those 2 crates, and that would be equal to giving me 2 stars. So, that is how you play Charterstone. Euphoria. Either mark one number, or you may mark both numbers if a pair is rolled. The second die remains available for another realm. Gain a benefit based on the sum of that area. After marking a number, if the sum of all marked numbers in that area is between 4 and 10, score 1, max of 6. So, say I have this 2 and 3. In either box, I can choose to mark off the 2 or the 3. So if I mark off the 3, right now my sum in here is 3, which would give me a coin. In a future roll, if I roll a 4 and a 4, I can then go, you know what, we'll mark off this 4, and let's mark off this 4. We are then going to look, and the sum of this is 7, so that gives me a star, and the sum of that is 4, so I would get another star. So then I would just mark off my 2 stars like such. And that is how you play Euphoria. My Little Scythe. Mark a hex and gain a pumpkin or heart. Gain a coin when completing a matching pair of hexes. Score 2 stars per resource type, pumpkins, hearts, and coins, for which you've gained at least 6 resources this round from all realms. So for one roll, if I get a 1 and a 5, we'll say I mark off the 1. That gives me a pumpkin. A future roll is a 1 and a 2. If I mark off this other 1, I get a heart. And I'll get a coin because both 1s are marked off. For the scoring, you're going to be looking at your resource card. And then as soon as you gain 6 of one of the resources, even if you use them, that will give you 2 stars. So if we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and say we used 3 of them, we had 3 of these, and we had a bunch of coins, but used all of those, this would be 2 stars and 4 stars. We would not get it for there because it is not at 6. So that is how you play My Little Scythe. Pendulum. Either outline an octagon with any number, do not gain an instant benefit, or mark a specific number in an hourglass. Gain the contents of all outlined octagons when completing hourglass. When completing hourglass, score stars for each outlined octagon with a star in it. So that means no matter what number I roll, one of the options could be to outline this here octagon. That was a bad outline, that was more of a circle. And then say in a future turn, I outline this one. Now, the other thing you do with your numbers is you can mark off the numbers in the hourglasses. So if I had a 5, I would mark off this 5. The hourglass is not completed yet because you still have this 4. However, for future turn I have a 6. I could then mark off this 6, thus completing this hourglass, in which instance I would get a pumpkin, a coin, and a star. So in order to get all 6 stars here, you would need to outline both stars early and then complete all 3 hourglasses by using a 6, a 5, a 4, and this one needs a 1, a 2, and a 3. So that is how you play Pendulum. Scythe. Mark a number. The top row provides resources. The bottom row costs resources to gain stars. When you mark a top row number, you may also pay the bottom row resource cost in the same column. To mark it, you get the stars by marking those. So, using this as an example, I can use my 2 to mark this off and gain that heart. I then can choose, if I have a pumpkin, to mark this off, spend a pumpkin to get a star. Alternatively, in a future turn, I could say have that 2 again, and instead of activating this without the 2, I can just straight up activate this one, spend the coin to get another star. So your numbers can do 2 different things. You can mark off a top and then trigger the bottom if you have the resource to spend, or you can just go right to the bottom, spend the resource for the star. That is Scythe. Tapestry. Fill in a full shape. Rotating is okay. No limit to uses of each shape. Gain a resource when completing a big square. You're going to score 1 star per completed big row or column, 6 total. So what you're going to do in this one is you're going to choose a shape based on the die you rolled. So say we rolled a 4. You are then going to choose to mark that off. We'll go bam, 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 and bam. This is a completed big square, so in this instance, I would get that heart. You're going to get stars by completing these big rows, or big columns, and big rows. So once all these are complete as well, in this instance, I get 1 star and 2 stars. So that is how you play Tapestry. The Society. Fill cards in any order. Each card number must be lower than the number directly above. Gain a bonus when completing a row. Score 1 per set of completed cards. A completed set is a little triangle of 3, plus 1 if you fill all of the cards. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is your 6 for completing all of the cards. So I'm going to give you a couple examples in this one. So say we have a 6 and we have a 5. Here, we can write a 5 on here. We cannot write a 5 here because it's not lower than the 5 that's directly above it, so this would have to be a 4 or lower. Using the same example, say I have a 2 written here. I am not allowed to write a 1 here because even though it's lower than the 5, it is higher, or 2 is higher than that 1, which would make it illegal to place there because of that 2. So I could place a 3 right here. And in this instance, I got me a star. And I got a star right there. So you can fill in the cards in any order. Just remember when you place it, you need to look at all of the cards. So even if you have a big number here, you can put lower numbers there, even if they satisfy the top row. That is the society. Viticulture. Either gain a grape, outline it, and a resource, or use the sum of 1 die and the value of at least 1 gained grape, cross it off to mark a wine order equal to or less than that sum. You're going to score 2 per marked wine order. So if you have this roll of a 2 or a 6, you can say outline this 2 grape and gain that coin. Future turn, you roll, you get a 5. Let's go ahead and outline the 5 grape. Like so. So now you have a 2 and a 5. So again, we'll say you roll, now you roll a 6. So you have a couple different options here. You can now either outline the 6 and get a pumpkin. You can combine the 6 and the 5 to complete your order of 11, because 6 plus 5 is 11. Or you can take your 6, cross off the 5, cross off the 2. So that's 6, 11, 13. To cross off that order and get 2 stars. That is how you do viticulture. Wingspan. Fill a square with any number, left to right within each bird. Then gain the resource or star below that square. In addition to stars gained by filling the far right square on each bird, score 1 star per complete bird whose sum is equal to its wingspan. So you can fill in any bird at any time. However, you need to work left to right. So we'll put a 3 on here, we get the pumpkin. And then we want to get a 5, so we'll put the 5 here. And then we'll put a 4 here. At the end of the game, if this is 3, 2, and 2, you would have gotten a star from that. You add these up, 3, 5, 7, it is equal. So then you will get another star there. If this was 4, 7, and 2, you're at 4, 11, 13 is not equal, so you do not get a star for that, but you do get a star for that bottom one. So that is Wingspan. That was the 11 that are included in the initial base game for Rolling Realms. Hope you enjoyed. Again, I've already done Rolling Realms Redux. That has been linked earlier in the video, and you'll find that link down below as well. And while you're down there, if you want to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. If you ring the bell, you'll be notified as I do the rest of the realms. I'm going to be doing them in bunches in alphabetical order. I'm going to put all the promo realms together in an alphabetical order and then grab a certain amount each video. It's like 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there. I don't remember the exact number right now, but you can keep an eye out for those. And as I said, if you ring that bell, you'll be alerted to when those videos drop. So until next time, roll out.